Okay, so this whole game is blank, but I want you to imagine like the other two steps that we did have, like they're over here, okay? So they're gone, but they're here. So the question is, in those last two, 5 and 6, like what actually is happening when I'm selling? Like when I'm seducing, after all this shit's happened, like what's actually happening in a conversation? And if you get really good, you can actually pull this off on video. You can pull this off on audio, or you can pull this off on written word. But it's going to be the same process every single time. Step 1 in this process is set the frame. Okay, what does this mean, set the frame? Set the frame means that I set up the parameters of the conversation. Here is the border of the conversation, and here is the conversation we're now going to have. But it's going to be within the confines of this experience. Okay, in a one-on-one conversation, this is setting up the context or the frame before you start having a conversation. And in that frame, setting up two things: expectations, aka rules of engagement. So one is expectations. The second is clear outcome. Meaning, how will we know at the end of this conversation that we actually accomplished something? Now, all of you, some level, have experienced this first part in a conversation with me. I start our conversation off, we're like, hey, what's up? And then it moves into the next phase of me setting the frame. Hey, so excited that we're here today. Just want to set some expectations and kind of clear up some frame or set the context for our conversation today so that you and I can have the highest amount of value created in today's time. There are two things that we're going to look to accomplish today. Number one, we're going to get clear about where you've come from, where you are today, and where you're trying to go. That's number one. The second one is, based upon how that conversation goes, if I feel like what we're offering, aka Warrior Week, is a fit for where you're going, and that we can help you get there faster and more efficiently, then I'm going to extend an invitation to you to invest $10,000 a week of your time and energy to come to Laguna Beach, California. And all I'm looking for by the time we're done with this conversation is a clear yes, I'm in, or no, I'm not. Can you agree to these expectations of today's conversation? Yes or no? Yes? Awesome. Then let us begin. Now, you could accomplish this exact same thing inside of an online form letter too. You can set up the expectation and require them to click agree to the terms of the conversation and then have them go to the next page. So don't get caught up in how this happens. It's just a one-on-one here. This is constantly occurring. The problem with most conversations are there is no clear expectations of engagement and there is no clear outcome. So we start into a conversation and there is chaos. Why is there chaos? Because no one set the frame. There's no clarity. Here is the outcome I'm searching for. It is a yes or a no on this topic. Here is the direction that we're going. It is a yes or no, and here's the things we're going to do in between where we are right now and the yes or no at the end of this conversation. By the time we're done with this conversation, you're going to know it's a yes or a no for me to be your builder. So we're going to figure out what it is that you're wanting for the home, why you want it, and ultimately any other conversation around the house that you're desiring. And based upon how that conversation goes, if I feel that you are a fit for Steg Home Construction Builders, then I'm going to extend an invitation to you to join me and my firm in the building of your home. And all I'm looking for in today's one-on-one experience is I'm looking for a simple yes or a no by the time we're complete today in that talk. Again, assuming that I feel like we're a fit. Now, there's a couple things that are happening here in this first game when I'm setting the frame. Number one, because I'm setting the frame, who is controlling the conversation?
You are.
I am. The second thing that's happening is because I'm the one that dictated the outcome, And then I, at the end of that, ask them if they are okay with the terms of this conversation. I say, are you agreeable to this? Can you commit to this today? They are forced into a conversation of yes or no right out of the gate. Which means their mind has already had to commit to what? That in this conversation, they are going to be saying yes or no.
Does anyone ever say no?
Sure, and then the conversation is over. So I'm like, no, but no reason for us to have a conversation. Obviously, this shit didn't work. If the answer is no, we're like, okay, cool. I appreciate your time together. This is a great 2 minutes. I wish you the best, and I've had people do it. And they're like, whoa, wait. I say, what is there to wait for? I have conversations with people who are ready to make decisions. You are not in a place that's ready to make a decision to this. You can't commit to me to a yes or no today. That's fine. Call me back when you can. What? Huh? Huh? Part of the ability to have what you want and have it all is to cut out the bullshit. How do we cut out the bullshit? We have direct conversations with people that are yes and no based. Yes, I'm in. No, I'm not. The truth is, I don't give a fuck if you're a no or a yes. What I do give a fuck about is you bringing me maybe. I can't deal with maybes. Maybes stress me out. Maybes piss me off. Maybes make me lose sleep. Maybes make me get all anxious. Maybes have me think that something might happen, spend all the time hoping will happen, only realize that shit ain't gonna happen. So I say commitment up front, yes or no. Now you will listen to my daughters. They will close me this way. They will come and say, Daddy, it's Warrior Week, you've been gone a lot. Mind you, they've already been told no from Mom. I don't know this though, so I walk in and they say, Dad, can I have 2 popsicles, yes or no? Now the thing they don't get is they refuse to accept no as an answer. So they are completely attached to a yes, hence the questions will continue until the tantrum ensues, and finally I surrender out of pure shut the fuck up, I can't handle this right now. Here's some popsicles. So they know inevitably they're going to get what they want, but they show up at the front with, here we go. And Joel's like rolling over in his sleep. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this. All right, this is why we need you in this, brother. So outcome is clear though. Yes or no. My daughters don't talk to each other in maybes. I seriously cannot remember the last time I've heard either one of my girls say maybe. It's yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. So here's a question. Why is it so hard for people to be in yes or no?
We're trained to be pussies.
Trained to be fucking pussies, and we're mostly pussies because we're fucking liars. So Satem and I are squatting at the gym. We're about to squat. We're right up on the bar. Our gear's all around it. Our water bottles are there. But we're at a place known for massive disrespect called 24 Hour Fitness. Dumb motherfuckers all over the place. So we're sitting there. The bar is already warmed up. We're already warmed up, ready to go. We haven't put any plates on yet because we're just getting in the primal squat, getting ourselves done. We'd already done it. Gear set up. Shit's ready to go. Belts are sitting there. We're ready to roll. And jackass whoever knows, the same dude that does curls on the freaking leg curl machine with his arms, this dude comes over, he's like, hey, you mind if I work in a set? And I said, no. You cannot. Now mind you, my shirt says, do the fucking work on the back, and I got a big ass fucking Polynesian right next to me. So this guy looked at me and literally, Satem was sitting there, and it was funniest shit ever, because he was like, he was waiting for what? The punchline. For me to say I was kidding, just playing around, go ahead. No. You asked me a question, can I work in? I said, no. Then he literally walked in 2 circles because his mind had no fucking idea what to do with this direct no. He was like, and he worked himself back over to the what's the machine called where you're like could do squats but you're locked into that bitch? Smith. So it comes over Smith. He's so frazzled he can't get the fucking little clankers off there. I'm like, and I looked at Satem. I just see this crazy motherfucker. Satem was like, I know. I said, isn't it funny how people are such pussies? They can't have no ever even said to them. because they can't fucking say it themselves. So one of the power plays in life is not to be attached to no. I'm going to have you consider your ability to say no is the gateway to your power. No, I'm not coming. No, I'm not going to be part of that. No, I will not tolerate that. No, motherfucker, I'm not going to continue to play that game with you. No. No. Now, I have proven this in every area of my life, and the area I am not that great at it in is my kids and my dogs. Everywhere else, getting pretty fucking good. Business, no fucking problem. Call me up, Grant Cardone show. They fucked me around a couple times, 15 minutes sitting on wait and hold with one of their dudes, and they call me back and they're like, do you want to be on the show or not? I was like, no. And the guy on the phone was like, quiet. Well, I was like, well, have a good day. You will find the more that you can say no in your life, the more permission you're going to create for other people to say what? To say no and to say yes. Because when you are willing to say no, you give people the opportunity to open up their agency in a sales conversation and in a seducing conversation for them to also say what? To say no. Most of us live in yes and maybe, which is really a distorted pussy way of saying no. So the first game is we set the expectations, rules of engagement. Here's how this conversation is going to go down. Here's how this event's going to go down. Here's how this experience is going to go down. You can do this in video. Here's what you can expect from this. Here's what's going to go on. Here are the rules of engagement. And who is dictating them? I am. And then I'm saying, do you agree to these, yes or no? If you say no, that's okay. I'm not attached to you saying yes or no. But what I am attached to is us having a clear communication and a clear process moving forward. And in business for me, got it. You and I had a very clear conversation like that yesterday, Joel. It was super clear. You were clear, I was clear. At the end of it, we were fucking clear, and we were left with a really simple choice. Choose in, choose out. That's it. You're here, you chose in. Very clear. And I've had that same fucking conversation with every fucking one of you at some level, if not multiple times. It's like, in, yes or no? Yes, okay. No, okay. Does this make sense? Does it take big balls and certainty to have a life built on this shit? Particularly if you're trying to put a life together or back together that was based on what? Not this shit. What's on the other side of these expectations or the clear laying down of how the game's going to play and clear outcomes? Assumptions, stories, and bullshit. That's it. Like my certainty's never been higher in my entire life, in business and in the marketplace, regardless of what people are fucking saying. Because who knows what is? Me. So fuck off. Here's what is. Couldn't live this way for a long time. And all of it came down to this. What gave me the ability to be even clearer about this in the beginning was a pre-seduction model before what? This conversation. Because somebody who just met you 2 minutes ago, going to be a little bit harder to pull that off. But you still can. I had a realtor who was looking at a piece of property over here with me. I was going to buy it for the bro down. And she was being all like just done. She's like, well, I'm going to try to get back to you. I said, you're going to try to get back to me or are you going to get back to me? Yes or no? She's like, well, what do you mean? I'm sorry, did I speak Chinese? You say you're going to try. I don't live in tries, I don't live in maybes. Are you going to call me back? Yes or no? Well, I can tell this is not going to work. I said, do you mean that you're going to actually have to be held accountable for doing shit? Oh, I guess it's not going to work either. Why don't you go find yourself a pussy client? Last conversation we had, didn't get the bro down. Damn it. But I got a good story, and I'll cash in on that one. So fuck you, bitch. Turn to your buddy next to you. Teach us first principle. Teach principle. Here we go. Right here, right here. Up and up right here. Turn.